Greetings, dear spirit soul, precious soul that you are. Take a nice deep breath. Notice where you are. Be right there. Use some breath, bringing it into your heart. Getting over loss. See, loss is a concept and an idea that comes from ownership or possession of. And this whole thing of if I can possess it, it's mine, I can have it. And everything in this reality is temporary, yet it's also repetitive. And it's no longer that. Now we're free of that. So now we need to be focusing on staying in the now and staying in that presence without allowing those old beliefs and limiting concepts of abuse and all of that to end. We now need to bring ourselves into harmony through our actions and our consciousness of who we really are. That means that now make sure that you're a vegetarian and you're no longer bringing suffering into the animal world as if you need that animal blood and stuff in your body, but you're also taking all of that into your own body, and that body can be influencing in some level your level of your ability to really access divine wisdom and knowledge and your eternal state of being with your beloved, the divine. I call Mother, Father, God with me, however I like that, and the goddess. So it just depends. Anyway, to get over loss is also it's the letting go of the lamentation of the past, because that builds the guilt, then causes you to say, well, I'm going to do it different next time. So you sign up for another go around. You enlist again through the desire to work out something in this reality that you cannot work out in this reality. This reality, the false reality based on fear, lack, hatred, anger, resentment, all of that's competition, not enough, scarcity, all of that. Then when you're processing and allowing those concepts processing through you, then it's that sense that you could lose someone or something. That I had this realization the other night, and the realization was that, because I've experienced this before, was that that we're all together already. I felt that. Not that we're one. We were all, each of us, distinctly who we are, yet in a complete knowingness and feelingness of the love of our unification and individuality was all there. And and the color was like a really dark blue. But anyway, and it was that feeling, oh yes, we never lose anyone, because we've always been with them. Just as when you have realization and knowingness of who you really are, you don't go back again. You don't lose that. And it's then you've always had it, because no longer does the microcosm exist, because the macrocosm doesn't include that microcosm, because all of us are blended in the consciousness of the divine and our own individual personality. And I like the personality of the divine. For me, God, the divine is just not an impersonal, mechanical, because that's the material realm of numbers and letters and symbols, you see, labels. That's the material realm. And so then all of this thing of being and so what is the main thing of fear is the fear of future loss, whether it's loss of the body, loss of money, loss of a relationship, loss of dignity, loss of respect, loss of memory, loss, blah, 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 blah. Well, all you have to do is remember the divine and who you're connected to, and you'll be in the right place at the right time in every moment, because your will is also the divine will. At the highest level, the deepest, the most magnificent level. So the whole loss is what I coulda, shoulda, woulda, and I didn't, or I lost that relationship, I lost that job, so I must be a loser. And now you're afraid of the loss, but you're not a winner or a loser. Those are game terms. And if you identify that with you're nothing more than a chess piece on a board, a game, on a field called the realm, this realm. So, yes, you will miss, but you're going to miss the physical contact, but you're never really at one level separate from any other living entity. That's why, because I don't know if you start to notice, it seems like you know everyone. And I notice that everyone that I know now and it's around me and everything, I realize we've done this before. I know all these people. And I know all of that and everything. And yet what's happening now has never been done before in this realm, because the because it's false, is over. And the real then has to come through your own realizations and activation of your true divine nature. And I highly recommend then that's why I have retreats at Mount Shasta in this area, so you could come and really tune in and be into nature, and also let go of any stoppages, those concepts blocking you, to come forth to really realize those really heartfelt desires of your work, your artistry, your talent, how you choose to be, but truly your divine self, fully realize in the real earth, in the divine, the spiritual realm that is now manifesting before our eyes, not a virtual reality, start up again, the real. And you do that by being really who you are. And you start to look at what is it. It's not the thoughts. You've never been harmed or hurt. How much you've given power to other people to do that. And that all that stuff that you own is yours and was yours, and they took it, and I'm going to get even. Then you carry that around, and the sorrow and the pain, and then your future choices are all have to do with all of this so-called failure, loss and lack of love, support. I never had it. I had blah blah. Start to acknowledge you got exactly what your consciousness dictated, because it can't happen any other way. And yet that consciousness, those thought forms are flowing just like on a motherboard, just got it tuned in, fear. And when you recognize that's where the thoughts are and that's where they're going, don't just go to the opposite. No, go to the absolute. And when you do that, there is no opposite to love or to joy or to goodness. It's all divine. And all of this other is a drama, is a theatrical performance, is a script that we have been playing, in a sense, by agreeing to play a role and take a part in some script that we've been given, instead of throw away the script. That's why I didn't want to be an actor on the stage, because I didn't want to have to try and memorize somebody else's line for some kind of story that I didn't even want to live myself. I said, no, I want to be fresh and spontaneous in the moment. And then now appreciate those people who have been there. Feel the love, and they're there. My daughter's with me forever, because we're always all together already, and yet now we go off and do different things, you see. Now I'm going to go, and then sometimes you come back, but you don't need that experience as a reincarnation experience in a certain confined, a restricted zone of some sort. Open yourself through the openness and realize it all belongs to the divine. That's not something that's legislated. That's not anything. And start to recognize you just ask for that which you need to do your work. And all of that is provided for you in this realm, in this world. And you bring forth now the truth and the real life in the earth by letting go of all those loss and lack-based concepts. that you've accepted and that you can lose your life. You can't. Nobody loses. You are life. You are life. Period. That's the way it is.